Okay, long weekend, time for Hank the Red Heeler and his sister Luna, the cattle dogs, to road trip from Sydney to Jindabyne with wee stops and spots for the humans to stop and get snacks along the way. Okay, Sydney to Jindabyne, about 5 hours driving time, so we're factoring in like maybe six and a half with stops and dog walks and whatnot. And also, we weren't in a hurry, we kind of like the drive. It's really pretty once you get out of Sydney. You're in the bush almost straight away, and there are heaps of spots to stop and take the dogs out for wheeze, etc. along the way. Almost every servo has a spot for them as well. You're in the bush, really. It's quite pretty. It's like the countryside is like here. It does change as you get further along as well. So we're headed for the snowy mountains, but definitely not there yet. We'd planned to stop at Bowral, which is meant to be super pretty, but didn't feel like we'd been driving long enough. And then we drove through Goulburn because we liked the sign saying it was Australia's oldest inland town, but it was a bit of a bus. Dogs in the back, everyone's having a good time. Hank on the left, Luna on the right. The other reason we didn't stop in Goulburn was because the second we slow down to 60 Ks, an hour or less, that's what happens. So we thought it better be somewhere really worth stopping, and we turned off into the little town of Collector, which absolutely delivered. Yeah, dogs are excited as well. That's going to keep happening. Thank you, Hank. Anyway, Collector was really sweet. As soon as we drove in, we could tell it was a really cute little historic town. A weird number of churches, like one for every denomination, and then also weirdly cemeteries for all those different denominations. But don't let that put you off. There's a gorgeous little general store that you'll see a little bit later on, just cruising into Collector here. And we also saw a sign for a picnic area, another nice old church or similar, and we pulled off thinking we were going to that, but we actually didn't find it. So we ended up walking about, 500 meters in the sun, which was great for the dogs on their long leads. And we ended up at a different little playground area where we met a nice family who also had their dog there. So hello to the family with a staffy if you're watching this. We wandered along here, so pretty. And there's actually a little BMX track just there along the side of the road. Really gorgeous. And you start to be able to see the mountains in the distance as well. I don't know if you can see it in these photos. Anyway, we stopped out there. Dogs had a wander, we had a wander, and we decided to head back into the town, in inverted commas, super cute, of Collector, where we found this great little grocery store that the couple we met told us about. And we got some dog biscuits for the dogs, where she home makes them. Also, shout out, these oils are amazing. Stopped in, got a few things, and here we are back on the road now to Jindabyne. So here we are heading out of Collector on those little gravel roads, back onto the highway and headed for Jindabyne. The country starts to become heaps more alpine, and you see a lot of stuff that you don't really see around Sydney. So here's Lake George on the left. We had a couple more stops, a couple of servos, and then after a couple more hours, ended up in Jindabyne, which is just so pretty. We're going to show you all of Lake Jindabyne in another video. But this was a pretty great drive, I've got to say. If you enjoy a road trip and you've got dogs, there were heaps of places to stop, lots to see along the way, and it was a really nice trip for the dogs. Then in what felt like no time, we arrived at Lake Jindabyne Hotel, which was really awesome, and we'll tell you more about in the video about Lake Jindabyne.